Hey guys, it's Nefertari, and today I'm asking the question, are you afraid of being successful? I'm asking that question because my accountability partner asked me that question. And initially I wanted to say, no, I'm not afraid of being successful. Like that's my whole, purpose of doing what I'm doing and doing the projects that I'm doing, outside of my job is because I want to be successful. But really, my actions weren't showing that I wanted to be successful. I was afraid of other people outside of the circle of entrepreneurs that, I was dealing with, what they would say, the questions they would ask, if they would laugh at me, make fun of me, ridicule me, whatever. And even though I'm a strong person and I'm, not really emotional, certain things can still affect you no matter how strong you are. So, I had to really answer that question with a yes because it was true. I was afraid of being successful. Um, when you're on the journey to be an entrepreneur, it can be kind of scary because at that point you and you alone are responsible for your income. So everything that you do determines how much money you will make or what you won't make. It's not like having a job where you just go in, do the work, and every 2 weeks or, however you get paid, a check comes or a direct deposit. When you're on the journey to be independent and entrepreneur, everything lies and falls on you and you alone. So if it doesn't work, it's your fault. You can't blame anyone besides yourself. And that can be scary, you know? Um, I remember I approached someone about a business before, and she told me, I don't want to be responsible for my paycheck. I would rather work for someone, forever and have a guaranteed paycheck. And I thought that that was the worst thing I could ever hear anybody say. But she was being truthful and she was being honest about how she felt about being an entrepreneur. So I have to respect how she feels. However, for me, I don't feel that way, but my actions weren't showing that I was moving towards entrepreneurship. My actions were showing that I was comfortable being an employee. So I would propose to you guys, anyone that is struggling with being successful in whatever it is that you're doing, it doesn't necessarily have to be becoming an entrepreneur. I've heard people be negative when you say, I'm going back to school. And people will say, well, how are you going to work a full time job and go back to school and take care of the kids, and everything else that you have to do in life? And your answer should be that I'm just going to do it because that's what I want to do. Um, I often think of inventors, and when they go to their family or their friends and they say, I have this invention or I have this idea, and, they start telling the person what it is. And people are just like, how are you going to do that? I mean, imagine the person that came up with the television. Can you imagine that person sitting in the living room with their family looking at the radio, because radios were hot, during that time, and saying, I'm going to create a box, an electronic box that runs electricity from the electrical towers and produces a picture where people can see what's going on the radio as a picture on a screen. I'm sure that that person's family thought that they were really crazy, that they were insane. Think about the people that invented the internet. Like, what? You're going to be able to send messages through the internet and people will get messages instantly, you know, through electricity. They won't have to use stamps and envelopes, or they can search for information. They can research like in a encyclopedia just by typing in what they want and hitting the search button. Yeah, right. People are going to be able to do that. And now we are, and we can even do it through our cell phones. So, whatever your idea is, whatever your vision is, don't be afraid to do whatever it is. But also, this is the most important thing. If you have dream killers in your life, in your circle, don't tell them what your goal is. You don't have you don't have to tell everyone what your goal is in order to reach it. Get a journal, you know? Get, if you want one of those nice pretty bound journals, get one of those, or be practical and just get a notebook that costs $1 and write, because when you write, that's pretty much like telling a person, because when you tell someone something, you have a desire to express yourself and to share what's going on with you with someone else. When you put pen to paper, it's the same thing. Then you take that journal, you take that notebook, and you hide it. You put it somewhere where everyone in your household is not going to find it, so that you can keep your dreams, and you can turn your dreams into action, because you don't want those dream killers coming, reading your dreams and tearing them apart. How are you going to do that? You don't know anything about that. How are you going to make this happen? Where are you going to get the money? All of these questions. And it's not that those questions aren't valid questions, it's the tone in which they ask you the question that kills your dream. So if you don't want the little dream killers or giant dream killers killing your dreams, put it on paper, hide it, and then work towards it each and every day. Discipline yourself, set goals, achieve those goals, and go for the gusto. So please don't be afraid of being successful because of what someone may say. Because if everyone did that, then we wouldn't have a lot of the things that we have in the world right now, right? You have to believe in yourself more than anyone else does. If you don't believe in you, then why should anyone else? And people don't jump on the bandwagon until you have achieved success. Once they see you do it, then they're like, oh, I knew that you could do it. I knew that you had it in you. I knew. So don't really expect people to join forces with you on your journey to success. And I mean, of course, there's always someone somewhere that will, but most of the time, there are so many other little trolls, little trolls that just want to come and steal your joy and just hate on your dreams. So that's all I have to say today, guys. Much, much, much success to you. If you believe in you, I believe in you. I'm not a dream killer. Figure out a way to get it done. Believe that you can get it done. All right, guys. Have a great day. Peace out. Have a wonderful Wednesday.